Good morning, people. It's 4 o'clock. I woke up and had a few revelations actually about the COMEX default. Uh, Basically, my title is COMEX Default, an event that will occur and will not. You're like, what the heck are you talking about, Da Vinci? Well, months back in February, I predicted the economic collapse of the banking system and it would fail in September based on the Federal Reserve data. I predicted the second week of September and took some time off, right, to watch this event. Well, as we all know, the real show happened around the third week of September with AIG failing, and the system should have crumbled. However, what I didn't see was the Federal Reserve buying AIG and the government printing money to give to the banks and make them whole again. Didn't see that one. But did the economic collapse occur? Yeah, it did. But they fixed it last minute. With that, I have constantly asked myself, can the Federal Reserve bail out the COMEX? At first I thought, well, how could you print gold? But the answer is not printing it. The answer is borrowing it. Well, where will they get it? Well, that's sort of a dumb question. Because as you know, the Federal Reserve has a vault in New York filled with gold on hold for unknown clients. They'll just borrow that. The next question would be, what about silver? Well, for one thing, I don't see that much silver, over 100 million ounces, requested for delivery by investors. And even if it did happen, the government and the Federal Reserve can borrow that from the silver ETFs. So, will the COMEX default? Yes. Will the net effect of such an event be felt in the gold market? No. So, where does that leave us gold bugs? Well, that brings me to my next revelation. Warren Buffett once said, the key to being rich is to buy low and sell high. A statement that's easily said than done. Because what's low and what's high? That is the missing piece of the puzzle, but the answer is more simpler than you think. A low price can be easily defined as if you sold product A, B, and C, you can get a lot of product D, but only if product D did not increase in supply that had not been used up. Conversely, if you sell product A and you can buy a lot of products B, C, and D, and product A supply did not reduce, it's overpriced. Now, if we look at gold and we compare it to money, cash, the Federal Reserve notes, it's relatively cheap, right, and compared to the total amount of money out there. However, if we consider gold as cash, right, as it always has been, right, what just happened in the last 60 days? Stuff you buy every day remained either the same or more expensive relative to gold. But looky at the COMEX. Everything at the COMEX got cheaper if you converted your gold to any other commodity. Oil, platinum, silver, rhodium, copper, everything is dirt cheap relative to gold. And gold is expensive relative to everything else. So, what should you do? Dump all your gold? No. However, it is time to buy other things other than gold, or swap some gold for some platinum or silver. And keep in mind, although gold will go up in dollar terms, dollars are not important. It's what you can buy with those dollars. The same applies with gold. The ounces you have is not important, it's what you can buy with them is. So right now you can buy 80 ounces of silver with 1 ounce of gold, compared to 50 at its peak. You can buy 1 ounce of platinum compared to one third at its peak, or 11 barrels of oil compared to 6 at its peak. These prices are not occurring because of monetary deflation. And I'm going to end with a few questions I'm unable to answer, and I'd like to see if any of you guys can figure this out. It is clear that the US is printing boatloads of money to bail everyone out. I want I want to list all of them, but I'm sure you all know what I'm talking about. So my question is, how much longer will the rest of the world go on holding dollars and keep accepting dollars and debt for their resources? Another question I've asked myself is, what event is the world waiting for that will give them value for its dollars?